Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the city that never sleeps. But not in the way you might think. We're not just talking about its energy or its people. We're talking about its bones. We're exploring the incredible architectural history of New York City. From humble beginnings to the most famous skyline in the world, every building tells a story. So grab your virtual hard hat, and let's journey through time, brick by brick and steel beam by steel beam. Our story begins way back in the 17th and 18th centuries. Before the towering skyscrapers, New York, then New Amsterdam, was a modest settlement. Imagine narrow, winding streets lined with small but sturdy structures. Dutch settlers brought their distinct style, building homes with steep gabled roofs, often made of brick and wood. These weren't grand mansions. They were practical, functional buildings that echoed the architecture of their European homeland. When the British took over, the influences shifted slightly. Georgian-style architecture became more common, bringing a sense of symmetry and order to the growing town. Think of those classic multi-paned windows and simple, elegant doorways. These early colonial buildings laid the very foundation of the city's grid. While very few of these original structures survive today, their spirit lives on in the city's oldest neighborhoods, a faint whisper of a time long past. Fast forward to the 19th century, and New York is absolutely booming. The Industrial Revolution is in full swing, and the city is expanding at a breakneck pace. This is the era of the iconic brownstone. As the population grew, developers built row after row of these elegant townhouses, particularly in neighborhoods like Brooklyn Heights and the Upper West Side. With their grand stoops and ornate details, they became a symbol of middle-class prosperity. These weren't just houses. They were a statement. But the real revolution was happening downtown, especially in an area we now know as SoHo. Here, a new building material changed everything: cast iron. Architects discovered they could create elaborate, decorative facades that looked like traditional carved stone but were much cheaper and faster to produce. This allowed for larger windows, flooding factories and warehouses with natural light. Today, SoHo has the largest collection of cast iron buildings in the world. Walking through its streets feels like stepping into a living museum of 19th century innovation. And we can't talk about this era without mentioning the engineering marvels that connected the growing metropolis. The Brooklyn Bridge, completed in 1883, wasn't just a bridge. It was a symbol of ambition and ingenuity, with its majestic Gothic arches becoming an instant icon. The city wasn't just growing up, it was growing out, tying its boroughs together with steel cables and stone towers. Now let's enter the 20th century, the era that truly defined the New York skyline. This was the age of the skyscraper. As land values in Manhattan skyrocketed, the only way to build was up. A race to the sky began, fueled by rivalry, ambition, and a new, glamorous architectural style, Art Deco. Suddenly, buildings weren't just functional. They were works of art, decorated with geometric patterns, metallic finishes, and dramatic, soaring lines. The Chrysler Building, completed in 1930, is the perfect example. Its gleaming, sunburst-patterned spire and eagle-headed gargoyles make it one of the most beloved buildings in the world. It was a monument to the automobile age, a testament to American industry and style. But its reign as the world's tallest building was short-lived. Just 11 months later, the Empire State Building rose even higher, becoming the undisputed king of the skyline for decades. Completed in a staggering 1 year and 45 days, it was a symbol of hope and resilience during the Great Depression. These Art Deco masterpieces didn't just touch the clouds. They captured the imagination of the entire world, forever cementing New York's status as a vertical city. After World War II, the mood changed, and so did the architecture. The ornate decoration of Art Deco gave way to a sleek, minimalist aesthetic known as the International style. This was the corporate age, and the new skyscrapers reflected it. The philosophy was less is more. We're talking clean lines, simple forms, and vast walls of glass and steel. A prime example is the Seagram Building on Park Avenue, designed by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Completed in 1958, its bronze and glass facade set a new standard for office tower design. It was elegant, understated, and incredibly influential. It projected an image of corporate power and modernity. This style quickly spread across Midtown and Lower Manhattan, creating the Canyon of Heroes and the dense corporate skyline we associate with Wall Street and the financial world. These glass boxes might seem less romantic than their Art Deco predecessors, but they represent a pivotal moment in the city's history, a time of post-war optimism and global economic dominance. They were the sleek, efficient machines for the modern business world, and they completely reshaped the look and feel of the city's core. Now we arrive in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. After decades of modernism, architects and the public began to crave more variety and personality. The city entered an era of bold, experimental, and often futuristic design. The tragic events of 9/11 brought about one of the most significant rebuilding projects in modern history, the new World Trade Center complex. The centerpiece, One World Trade Center, rises to a symbolic 1,776 feet, its crystalline form a beacon of resilience. Alongside it, the Oculus Transportation Hub, with its soaring white wings, feels like a sculpture you can walk through. This new wave of architecture isn't just about skyscrapers. It's about reimagining public space. Take the High Line, for example. What was once a derelict, elevated railway has been transformed into a stunning urban park, a green ribbon winding its way through the west side of Manhattan. It's a perfect example of adaptive reuse, blending nature with industrial history. This project sparked a massive development boom around it, leading to the creation of Hudson Yards, a brand new neighborhood built over a working rail yard. It's filled with cutting-edge architecture, like the Vessel, an interactive spiral staircase, and the Shed, a cultural center with a moving outer shell. From the super skinny residential towers rising along Billionaires Row to innovative museums and cultural centers, New York continues to be a laboratory for architectural innovation. So, from those first Dutch houses to the super talls of today, New York City's architecture is a living timeline of its history. It's a story of immigration, innovation, ambition, tragedy, and rebirth. Every style, from colonial brick to cast iron, from Art Deco spires to glass towers and futuristic forms, adds another layer to this incredibly complex and beautiful city. The skyline isn't static. It's always changing, always reaching, always telling a new story. The next time you're in New York, or even just see a picture of it, take a closer look at the buildings. They're more than just structures. They are the character, the soul, and the autobiography of the greatest city in the world. Thanks so much for joining me on this architectural tour of New York City. What's your favorite building or architectural style in the city? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that shape our world. See you in the next one.